It's a heartbreaking reality that highlights the challenges of wildlife conservation. Another of Colorado's gray wolves has met a tragic end after crossing into Wyoming. This is the third wolf from Colorado's reintroduction program to perish in the neighboring state, where differing legal frameworks and protections create a perilous environment for these majestic creatures. And this is the part most people miss. What happens when an animal protected in one state crosses into another with far less stringent safeguards? On Wednesday, August 6, Colorado Parks and Wildlife announced that they had learned of the death of a female gray wolf, designated as 2304, on July 24 in Wyoming. This particular wolf was among those relocated from Oregon to Colorado in December 2023 as part of the state's ambitious effort to re-establish a sustainable wolf population. While Colorado has implemented strong protections under the federal Endangered Species Act, which prohibits killing or harassing wolves except under specific circumstances approved by federal agencies, these safeguards vanish once the animals venture into certain parts of Wyoming. Here's why this matters so much. In 2017, gray wolves were officially delisted from the Endangered Species Act in Wyoming and other northern Rocky Mountain states, following successful restoration efforts in the region. As a result, Wyoming now operates under its own predator control rules, managed by the Wyoming Game and Fish Department. These rules designate about 85% of the state, including areas near the Colorado border, as a predator zone. In this zone, wolves can be killed year-round without the need for a hunting license. It's a policy that has sparked heated debate among conservationists, hunters, and policymakers alike. Adding another layer of complexity, Wyoming state law shields the identities of hunters who legally kill wolves. Because of this, no additional information about the female wolf's death has been disclosed. Colorado Parks and Wildlife confirmed in their media statement that they will not provide further commentary on the incident since it occurred outside of Colorado's jurisdiction. Colorado Parks and Wildlife has no further comment on the mortality as it took place outside of Colorado, the agency stated. This marks the 9th documented death of wolves reintroduced to Colorado. Among these deaths, 3 were attributed to natural causes, such as conflicts with other wolves or mountain lions. Another individual, a young wolf from the Copper Creek Pack, was euthanized by wildlife officials in Pitkin County earlier this year due to repeated livestock attacks. Meanwhile, human activities have accounted for the remaining fatalities, including 1 wolf shot and killed, another caught unintentionally in a legal coyote trap, and 3 others that died after entering Wyoming. For instance, on March 16th, a male wolf was lethally removed by the U.S. Wildlife Services in north-central Wyoming after being linked to the deaths of 5 sheep. Then, on April 9th, another male wolf met a similar fate in Wyoming. Though Wyoming's confidentiality laws prevent the release of further details, each of these incidents underscores the precarious balance between protecting endangered species and managing potential conflicts with agriculture and local communities. But here's where it gets controversial. The status of gray wolves in Wyoming and the broader northern Rocky Mountain region could soon be revisited. On Tuesday, a federal judge in Missoula ruled that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service must reconsider a petition it had previously denied. The petition, submitted by several conservation groups, calls for relisting gray wolves in the region under the Endangered Species Act. If granted, this decision could reinstate federal protections for wolves in Wyoming, potentially altering the landscape of wildlife management across the area. So what does this mean for the future of Colorado's wolves and their survival beyond state lines? Should states like Wyoming adopt stricter protections to ensure the safety of these animals, even if it means challenging long-standing traditions and economic interests? Or is it reasonable to prioritize local concerns over broader ecological goals? These are the kinds of questions that keep wildlife advocates up at night, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe federal intervention is necessary to protect wolves? Or should states retain full autonomy over their wildlife policies? Share your perspective in the comments below.